with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And people, it's one of those days. It's one of those middle days where we evaluate the past and really look forward to the future. I was not expecting snow this morning. Steve Rummage in the building, Brian Hall in the booth.
A little bit of surprise coming out the door today. That's okay, though, because like you said, this is kind of that weird transition day where you play tomorrow night, and it's funny because I do think everybody's ready to get out and really see this team play again tomorrow night. So it's one of those days because then you kind of kick it in, man. Holiday season, big games coming, bowl games coming.
And you say ready to see them play tomorrow night. I got to say, by the time we got, please turn off that sorry, sucky fan, please.
Oh.
I got to say, by the time we actually got to the game and I got in there,
right,
I looked around and I said, this city is really enjoying the basketball.
Yeah.
Like that was a game, 12 o'clock start, mushy kind of morning, you know, real gray, early morning. I was like, this is that game was the game that I worried about. Guy who says, we're dwindling attendance. And, they were going to use the image from that game.
That was a good crowd.
Only
Saturday.
to find out, it was a really, really, really good crowd.
I thought people really got out. I think tomorrow night, I think it'll be about the same. I mean, it is an 8:30 start Wednesday night, but this team is significantly better than EKU as well. So, now not that you shouldn't still win the game, but you're going to get a lot more pushback tomorrow than you did Saturday. So it's one I think people want to get out and see.
Okay, so since we're just jumping into it, let me ask you this: threat level with the newfound David Johnson.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things people want to get out to watch. I mean, people want to get out to see how that's going to work. Mm-hmm. You're going to see, because this is the last time I get to watch my team. Threat level tomorrow night, as far as what threat level in us?
Losing, looking bad,
No, that's what I need to see. I don't think they'll lose tomorrow night. I do think, though, of course, we've learned this year in college basketball, anybody can lose. But I think they have enough talent, though, they win that game pretty much. But you have to figure some things out tomorrow, because tomorrow's the last time I can lay my eyes on you because the next time I lay my eyes on you, it's going to be running out on CBS on December 28th playing Kentucky. So I need to see tomorrow night. Is this David Johnson thing? Is this a thing?
Wait a minute. Say that again.
What?
The last time.
Tomorrow night's the last time I will watch this team play. The next time, and it's going to feel like a 10-day eternity.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's going to be 2 days. We're going to be off the air in between then. I mean, it's going to feel like just a massive stretch between Christmas and the holidays and everything else. And we're going to watch Kentucky play Ohio State. I think they play Utah. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Thursday, but then we're going to watch them play Ohio State. You're going to feel like you've watched them play twice. And then, and then it's going to be forever. And then you're going to watch your team in red unis, black unis, whatever, going to run out on the floor at Rupp Arena. And that's the next time I'm going to watch them play. So, and that's when the season, the second half kind of starts, because it's weird because we have had 2 conference games, but you always kind of break the season down into everything leading up to Kentucky. And then it's Kentucky and the ACC.
And the ACC, yeah.
It's kind of how it breaks down. So,
and is the Kentucky game going to affect your opinion as far as what are your chances are?
No. Not. It will affect my opinion as far as the rivalry goes. But no, not. If you go into Rupp and lose,
right.
I'm going to be pissed with the rivalry because I'm going to be like, I feel like you're better.
See, I felt like that. Let me raise a doubt in your mind.
Okay.
It's time to start adjusting to emotional games. It's time to start being able to, because it's just like in these, again, the Michigan gave me comfort. But outside of Michigan, in Michigan State last year, the big build-up games, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just felt like emotionally we weren't, we weren't the attacker.
I thought we was against Duke.
Oh, we were so good against Duke.
From the jump. Now North Carolina kind of felt like, even Carolina at Carolina, I would say you're right, because that was kind of one that kind of snowballed late. It was like we kind of
wait at Carolina. See,
yeah.
I felt like we went for them at Carolina.
Yeah, we did,
but I don't think there was a lot of build up for that one. It was just like you got a good shot going to Carolina.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't play good.
That's true.
Like when we were the underdogs, like we showed up for these big games.
Yeah,
Duke, we were a huge underdog. So that's why I'm not using that one as an example.
Well, we were probably an underdog in every big game last year, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, but I again, when we started to get the respect card and had the big game, does it feel like those are the games we didn't control our emotions well?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like Duke, I thought there was a lot of build up. I thought it was a game where you were like, okay, this is a big deal. And I thought, from play one, Quan Four rips through, goes straight to the basket, and like slaps the glass. Like we were attacking from play one. But I can see what you're saying, though. That's an outlier, though. If to keep your point,
right.
I don't think you really. I don't know.
But
they showed up in the ACC tournament. I thought they played really good that first game, and I thought they played really well against Carolina in the second game. I just thought Carolina beat them. I mean, they were right there. It was a 6 to 8 point game the entire game. Like so, Carolina was just better. I mean, they were just a better team last year, and you guaranteed what you did in Chapel Hill. You wasn't beating them for the rest of the year because Carolina was like, dude, we'll lose. We'll give everything we have this game and lose the next one if we have to. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like Kentucky was awful.
Is that your best description?
Yeah, but again, I mean, they had a Tyler Hero that kind of was like, oh yeah, he's good. And that came out of nowhere, and he was really good. I mean, he's great for the rest of the season. You see how good he is in the league. I mean, he was a tremendous player.
Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, Marcus? What's up, Steve?
What's up, man?
I know y'all talking about basketball right now, but in the next 24 hours, we're gonna find out what this Louisville football team gonna really look like in this year in 2020 season, and what guys are going to be on this team. Now, I'm more nervous about the big country commitment. If he's going to go to Louisville, Florida State, and the quarterback, if the quarterback's going to stay committed to Louisville. So I'm nervous for the next 24 hours till I find out who's going to commit or sign with Louisville tomorrow for the football team.
Appreciate the call.
Okay, well, Lawrence, let me calm your nerves. The defensive end is going to go to Florida State, and Chuba Purdy's going to sign with Louisville. There, calm down. Whew. Now you can breathe. I just saved him for the rest of the day. Now he doesn't have to sit around and worry for the next 24 hours. Would that feel good? That feel like a big weight just lifted off your shoulders?
Here's the problem. Lawrence has a way about introducing a new conversation, right? Mm-hmm. And you're listening to him, and then you're like, I feel you. Like he's so emotional that he can drag you into a conversation.
Right.
And I hate when I let myself do it. Because Lawrence, I'm supposed to like stick to the script and finish it.
Yeah.
There are people who are deep into the basketball conversation, and now they're thinking, what is going to happen on recruiting day?
Sure.
And then I have to say, people, in football, it's not the immediate impact. You get your one or two studs that are immediate impact studs.
Yeah.
And the rest is.
Yeah, there's 3 dudes that will sign tomorrow. There's 3 dudes that will sign tomorrow that will actually make an impact next week.
That will affect the team. Yeah. 3 guys that will even have an impact.
One of them's an offensive lineman. The quarterbacks, I may put bundle as a possibility, and I'll say they'll impact the season because they will bring competition to spring and summer. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a receiver that will make a little Fitzpatrick. Yeah, I think he could fill in there in that Seth Dawkins spot Yeah. And
Golly.
even him probably not start. Now there will
Seth Dawkins was such a good blocker.
other guys can play. I mean, but
Are
I'm
you
saying,
doing that?
Watkins work his way in.
Are you doing that already?
Yeah,
Steve?
sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's
Maybe
what I'm
Josh Minkins, some of the defensive
Yeah,
guys,
some of
because we
the-
could
yeah.
use some defensive help.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I think some of them guys can play. So like that can make. But I'm talking if you're talking big time impact guy.
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mom's Minkins. I'm gonna need this baby to be a kamikaze when he gets here to this university.
It's going wild.
Yes, like here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. This is the downside of us bringing the parents on, right? Because now these kids are gonna be my kids, right?
Yeah.
And I'm already doing my baby, is he ready yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want him to be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think Lil Fitzpatrick's going to be ready?
I didn't say he would just come in and fill Seth Dawkins' spot, like just come in and go, well, hey, he's as good as the senior Seth Dawkins right off the bat. But I do think he's as talented. Yeah, I think he could come in and slide right in. And there's guys on the team this year that are. I mean, I'm not even saying he's going to start. I'm just saying I think he could be a big, tall threat that can make plays down the field. He's going to have his big brother over there running. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's going to be a guy that can step in and make some plays. I mean,
did I read early projections or early Heisman discussion on Javian Hawkins?
Yes. Not only
Did you hear that, Brian?
among Heisman favorites for next season.
I
Wait a
did.
minute.
And
Say
I
that
know- I mean, he's going to be a sophomore, man. We still got 3 more years of him. I think he stays majority of them, too.
I do too.
Mekhi Becton's leaving.
Yes, as he should.
Lawrence, why did you do this?
Yeah.
Why did you just snatch us into the football world? Satterfield commercial.
Yeah, that was awesome. The Satterfield Mac commercial was great. Mekhi Becton announced yesterday he's going to the NFL and setting out of the bowl game. Great decision. I mean, I think he made a tremendous decision. Don't play in the bowl game. I think if you had made an Orange Bowl, or I think he would have played. But
We got that commercial if we want to play it, too.
oh, okay, yeah, we definitely will.
I don't know how good the sound is. Go ahead and fire it up, people. It's a great commercial. It's very, very funny.
Around here, we're always looking for ways to help each other out.
Good play right here, right up the middle. Should be good.
Go for the bomb. Let's throw it deep.
Nope, here's again another play right here. We're probably going to just take it off the right side right here, right off the right tight end.
Let's go deep. Throw the bomb.
This next play, we're going to go on the left side right here.
Ooh, go deep, coach. Go deep. Bomb.
Hey, listen, we're not going deep. Why don't you just stick to basketball?
Coach of the year.
And some of us are still working on our boundaries.
Those Louisville Sports Center commercials are just the best.
They have a lot of potential.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Like I said, because this again, we have a fortunate situation. We have a fortunate situation here at Louisville.
Yeah.
The mess that we've been playing in has forced us to learn our personalities a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your previous regime, good at what they do
Oh, sure.
and kind of stoic. Not stoic. Their personality is what it is, and it's just like force-fed personality. You know what I'm saying? But we learned that personality is important in your hiring, in your the way you work. Like we saw triangles of power struggles.
I like it both ways.
Yeah, right.
I've learned that I like it both ways. I like it when I think Chris Mack walks into a restaurant and you get the whole restaurant's like, let's go, coach. You know, he kind of, hey, what's up? All right. And then he sits down and everybody leaves him alone. Because Louisville, this city does a great job at respecting coaches and stuff when they're out. Rick Pitino walks in and everybody goes, it's Rick.
Right.
It's Pitino.
Right.
Like, you know, but both are equally awesome.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
because I do like when the coach walks in, everybody's like, oh my God. Like we were in Jeff Ruby's, and my wife was like, they set Rick Pitino down two tables down. You know, we were in there eating, and she was like, she kept looking over her shoulder, and I'm like, stop. You know, I'm like, God, and I'm nervous, and now she's nervous, and Coach Pitino's 2 tables down, and you can almost hear their conversation, and now you're eating, and you're just like,
you're not talking to your wife the entire time. Y'all just
like, shut up.
I can't hear him.
I know. What did he say? What did he say about the zone?
Is that a recruit?
I know, yeah. So, anyways, but I also love when Coach Mack comes in and high fives everybody, and it's more of a camaraderie too. So,
Yeah, just like I said, personality.
But these are awesome.
Is what can drive this brand. You know what I'm saying, of coach relationship. And when you're like number 1 in baseball and Elite 8 in volleyball, you know, I think this is going to help some of the Olympic sports too.
Oh, absolutely.
Now you can weave their personalities in here. You know, I think it'd be great for volleyball recruiting. I think it'd be great for softball recruiting, for all your other sports. Even get your soccer involved.
Yeah,
for sure.
When you really see how the coaches kind of, you add them in, and now these commercials will be classic.
Yeah,
man.
just like imagine a city that knows all of your coaches.
Yeah.
That knows all of your coaches, or name recognizable. So, like, and I'm talking about your top 10 coaches at the school. I'll be, whoever, if you know them from multiple commercials and things like that, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that one's probably the best one yet. And I think because at first, I don't know, my mind wasn't even thinking Coach Mack. So like I'm watching it and I'm kind of like, oh, this is funny. And then it's like, now once you see him, then you're like, oh, of course that was his voice.
Right.
But, when I first watched it, there was almost like a little bit of a surprise ending. I was like, oh, that's funny. That's awesome. So I like it.
Is there pressure on Coach Mack to win Coach of the Year?
Yes. Oh, no, there's no. Oh, I don't care about that. I thought I jumped the gun.
What
I thought you meant like
go ahead.
I was like to win big, like to win Final Four, to go to the national championship game. I don't care if he's Coach of the Year. I could care less.
Really?
Yeah, it's Louisville basketball.
So you don't think
you'd
Coach of the Year
you'd feel
affects
like Clemson. Like, Coach Satterfield won Coach of the Year. Is he a better coach than Dabo Swinney right now? No.
Remains to be seen, Steve.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah, we can do that all day, but he's not.
Let the cake bake, Steve.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. But it's like, when you're Louisville basketball, you kind of are like, yeah, we may not win those awards, whatever.
Yeah.
But we got our eyes on other prizes. Now, I do kind of hope Coach Mack gets it so he can have that feather in his cap, because I do think what he's done here is awesome. But also, I don't want to
Something
overstate.
to be said, though, to have one on your belt, though.
Sure.
ACC Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
You got to put one of those on your belt.
So, like, I do hope he wins it for that. But you win it once, you probably never win it again. Cool. And the other thing, I mean, it's just like, I also, though, when people say, oh, man, like I read like an article, and he pulled him from the depths. I'm like, it's not, I mean, it's like,
right.
It's like Fast and the Furious, when he's like, they're like, oh, they finished that car, and you're like, oh, that's amazing. It's like, yeah, but it was it took some work to get it amazing.
Right.
But I mean, it was a supercharged Supra. Like,
no,
the car is already amazing.
Listen,
you just made it look nice.
I always had to make those disclaimers with Vince Tyree, with Coach Mack, I'm like, I don't know who y'all are listening to.
Yeah.
But you're going to be able, like I said.
And please don't take that as, because I know Coach Mack listens, so don't take that as I'm not saying he hasn't done a phenomenal job.
I'm like, Mr. Tyree, just don't screw this up. Like, it's easier. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to have to work at not making this work. Like,
right?
Yeah, you're going to have to work hard.
With all due respect.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, can you, and this was the joke we made. We said when Coach Mack got here, that he would look at these players and he'd be like, my God, this is a better roster than what I just had.
On a 1 seed.
More talented roster.
Yeah.
Maybe not better as far as you, but you built that team. But this is a more talented roster than anything I had there. Can you imagine if he had a Malik Williams?
Off the bench?
And no, I'm saying a Malik Williams starting
on the team.
at Xavier. You're like, oh my gosh. And Coach Mack even alluded to it. He said, some of these kids are kids that I recruited that were like, hey, it's cool. Thank you. And now and now they're here. So and then you come in and a David Johnson is like, hey, I want to come here. I'm from here. You're like, okay.
Squeezing.
I know, yeah. So
we do already have the number 1 scorer.
Yeah, you brought in a Josh Nickelberry, and he's you kind of recruited him. He visited one time and was like, yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Seems like somebody.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so I'll take this, and I'll sit on the bench, until it's my time.
Hey, Jalen, you want to cross the border?
Yeah, this looks like something I could do. Yeah.
Hey, Quinn, why don't you bring your McDonald's All-American friend?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what you do,
right?
So
we're giving them props, but we're saying the program is. Still.
But now, now honeymoon's over though. There is a little bit of pressure to win. Yes, win.
And we're dependent on David Johnson?
Well, that's what we're going to find out tomorrow night. I think that's what we're going to find out. We're going to find out after a game. And what I mean by that is after a game in which he come in and played well. I heard Kent Taylor say something this morning that I think summed it up even better than we did yesterday, talking about the hockey assist, talking about everything. Kent Taylor said he made 2 passes. One of them wasn't even an assist. He said he made 2 passes that nobody else on the team could make. And I was like, that's a perfect sum up from Kent Taylor. David Johnson come in, and in 17 minutes, I watched him make 2 passes that not one player on the team can make. You can't do it. We have nobody on the team that can make that, and he did it twice, where he gets in the lane and wraps it around really quick. He's the only guy on the team that can consistently make that pass, and it's in the flow of the game.
And the reason he can make that pass, people should know, which is what I was telling you from a long time ago. Mm-hmm. The reason he can make that pass is because he's 6'5".
Yeah.
And when he gets into the lane, look, not 6'5" passing angle, he's 6'5", and be careful. Because if you're waiting for me to pass it, I will punch this basketball on top of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to loosen up so many defenses by that pass that come winning time, he'll be finishing.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mac is appreciative that he's really under control. Like, he's not a charger.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, he's more of a post you up down the court guy. But I love that he does that. Here's the thing, and I usually don't make this joke because it's like, all right, whatever, but I'll lob this one up for Andy and them.
No, I know where you're going. I'm game.
His butt is just like, you look at him and you're like, you can tell the way he is built, and he uses it. He'll come down, and if he needs to, if a guy's in him a little bit, watch him tomorrow night. He'll turn, he'll put his rear end into the guy, he'll back him up a little bit, and then he'll turn back around, and then he'll go.
And here's the thing, Steve, I won't let you down this hill alone.
Thank you.
There was about a 7-minute stretch, and I'm talking about like real time, not game time, where we were just looking at David Johnson's rear end and legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you were just like,
he looked like Alvin Sims from the waist down.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. He's well built.
I know.
He's really well built, and he was, like I said, he had so much space between his man and the basketball. With one jab step, he was getting big time separation.
I played against a guy in high school for 3 years. His name was Al Magwood. He played at Southern. Every time we played them, this dude
sounds like a porn star.
Oh my gosh! Hey, I'm talking
Al Magwood.
About 6'5", big stocky black dude. huge rear end. Like it was just, but that was what you joked about.
Right.
But it was like, dude.
Yeah, one of them Zions.
Oh yeah, when he boxed you out, you were done. Like you were done. You had to actively work to get. He was a monster too. But my point is, David, man, watch him. He'll dribble down, and he's not afraid to. It's not sexy, but he's not afraid to just turn around, back him down for a second, and then turn around, and he'll go right back at him. Like, hey, back off.
Yeah.
But how many times does David get the ball and just look at everybody and go, get just get out of my way. God, I'll get the ball to half court.
And here's the thing. Again, I made this point yesterday. Make them commit. Mm-hmm. He makes another team commit a second player all the way. So now we got the advantage.
Even where I heard somebody say, well, one of the things he didn't do well was kind of split the trap when they would trap him. Well, first off, I will say that's got to be something that's got to be if that's going to start happening, we have to have some help coming there too. But one thing I'll say is he's probably the only guard on the team that could have made the play he made where he went to split the trap. He was getting fouled like crazy.
Yep.
Somebody hit the ball. He then lets the ball go, just busts through the trap.
There was two of them, though.
Yeah.
There was two.
Yeah. And he grabs the ball again and it's like, dude. And then he called everybody off, like, back off.
I want to say this. What Steve is describing is an instinctual urgency to get the ball back. Now, Steve, one time, the one he's describing, Steve is describing, is he tries to kind of throw over the trap a little bit. It gets deflected, and here's the thing: he didn't look and see who was gonna, who had the better eye. Like as soon as it got tipped, he beat the defenders through their trap to get to the ball and get it up the court. Okay, that happened once. Another time, the ball was on the wing, and he popped out to the top. I forget who it was, but they were late passing the ball back to him. Mm-hmm. Defender gets in to steal it at half court, but he saw it happening. Kind of jumped on it. He got this basketball right back for us. And I think he got it, swung around. Mm-hmm. I think we got a bucket out of it, but it was just that quick, instinctual, fire off to get the ball that I really, really enjoyed. Yeah. And like I said, one real playing time game, so he won't go crazy. I'm sure he's excited about, getting more opportunity. But here's the thing. After this commercial break, I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be kind of an either-or question. Uh-huh. Of course, the answer is going to be both. But David Johnson or a more full rotation. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 93.9 The Ville.
Most people probably hope they'll never need an attorney for something bad that's happened to them, but when you need one, the difference between a good one and a bad one could mean a lot of money. Sam Aguiar has helped our listeners, our company, and even our employees individually with cases. Why? He's responsive, asks the right questions, and is easy to talk to. But make no mistake, Sam Aguiar and his team are aggressive at making people pay what they owe you. So if you've been hurt in a car, at work, or anywhere in between, call their easy-to-remember number, 502-888-8888 or AguiarInjuryLawyers.com.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
Eric McLean, one of the analysts there with the ACC Network. How surprising has it been for you to see Louisville turn around this much in 1 year?
When I saw Coach Satterfield in that locker room after the Notre Dame game saying, everybody expects us to be able to play next year. Everyone, 2 years from now, that's when they expect us to win. We're going to be great this year. We're going to be great right now. And to hear him say that after a close loss, to start the season, the look in everybody's eyes, the drive, I just knew from that second that, Louisville can do this thing right now. And I went on a bunch of different radio shows throughout the year, and really everyone kept asking me, who's your surprise team? Who do you think's going to pull it around? And I kept saying Louisville's going to go bowling.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
Thinking of going to the big game or concert? Well, head over to GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Save money on fees today so you have more for that beer tomorrow. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com.
Genesis Diamonds breaks all the rules this Christmas season with one truly spectacular offer. Now through Christmas Eve. Buy any item at Genesis and get the second one at half price. Yes, you heard it correctly. Buy any item and get the second at half price. Or finance it for 5 years, 0 interest, and 0 down. Nothing's held back for these final days. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, colored gemstones, pearls, designer jewelry, Swiss timepieces, whatever her style, classic, modern, vintage, and whatever your budget, from $200 to $200,000. And with this limited time offer, you can afford to go big for her. Get her that pair of diamond stud earrings and that matching bracelet is half off. Get her that diamond tennis bracelet and the second one is half price. Or enjoy 5 years, 0 interest financing with 0 down. Last minute shopper? No problem. Come in now and let us help you make this one unforgettable Christmas. Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza. Official jeweler of both the Kentucky Wildcats and the University of Louisville Cardinals.
Check out Louisville Sports Live, the city's longest-running all U of L sports talk show, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville. Check us out daily at LouisvilleSportsLive.net. Follow us on Twitter at LVilleSports without an O Live. All the best local and national guests every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
As you hear basketballs bouncing, that must mean the weather's getting colder, which means you have to ask yourself if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH Company, get a rebate of up to $500 and 18-month same-as-cash financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions subject to credit approval. This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Headed into break. Throughout kind of a hypothetical, kind of a realistic thing we could possibly see. Substitutions, this is probably the place where we do the most grading and the most critiquing in basketball. Substitution, because we always think we can fix something.
Yeah, no, I was able to sub better than Rick Pitino, and I'm still able to sub better than Chris Mack.
Yeah, you knew when Rick Pitino was supposed to let a guy play through it.
Yes,
and what in the hell are you doing bringing that kid in the game now?
It's crazy how many people that are related to Chris Mack listen that really do. He's probably busy, that actually do listen, that haven't shifted us towards him yet to step behind and just tell him when to sub.
You're right. I'm the sub guy.
I don't even need to be paid. Just set me behind the bench, and I'll tell you who to put in.
You just coach whatever's out on the floor,
Yeah.
and let me decide
I'll set the lineup,
right?
And we'll be good.
That's every fan.
Sure.
That's every fan,
Absolutely.
especially in Louisville. We feel like we know our players better.
Yeah.
We know that what mood the team's in and who didn't come to play and he shouldn't be in the game. And Jordan, that was a selfish shot. Come on, sit on the bench.
You didn't see that. Hey, if you Coach Mack, if you aren't smart enough to put this All-American on the bench for the rest of this half, that's the best player. Then you don't need to be here.
Says every person in their living room.
Yeah.
Okay. Serious situation.
Happy late birthday to Coach Wara, by the way. Pops Wara.
Pops Wara.
Birthday
Yeah,
yesterday.
we missed that. Yeah. Sure.
And happy birthday, Des Fitzpatrick today.
Okay.
Yeah. Get that out there.
Big Fitzpatrick then. Okay, so here's the thing. Yesterday we kind of talked about. I talked about a moment where guys, the freshman team kind of got in together with Dwayne Sutton. You know, you had Josh, David, Sam, I believe, and maybe Quinn Lake, right? I liked their movement and their energy. I really, really liked it. They made a couple of mistakes. They all got snatched.
Yeah.
It was about a 26-point game. I didn't like that substitution. I was the one more chance guy on that one, you know. But I understood. Like it's one of those. If I'm the assistant coach, you got to be good cop, bad cop, right?
Sure.
If I'm Mike Pegues on this one, I go talk to my players. You know, kind of like not undermining the coach, but it's one of those like.
Oh, that's not undermining. That happens.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about that, fellas. You know, I'm gonna get y'all back out there for another shot.
Well, because it's an assistant coach's job to keep not just freshmen,
right?
To keep. I mean, my God, Wayne Turner under Coach Patino was literally there to go talk to players,
right?
Of course, he's a good coach. He did a good job at other stuff, but like, I mean,
on this staff, your job,
right?
It's to be, you know,
put your arm around him, tell him I'm an idiot, and you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. So at that moment, you know, I'm kind of like, that's the one. Either make sure you go talk to him, Coach Pegues. Like, make sure you tell them you're going to be fighting for them to get that lineup back in.
Sure.
Because you saw that energy. And here's the thing. Would you rather see heavy dose, and 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Given a choice, would you rather see heavier Josh, Aiden, Sam, or your regular senior laden lineups with just heavy dosage of David?
Okay, I thought about it. I do think that this is a great question.
Brian Hall, let me get yours first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ask it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
Brian's doing something.
I kind of dropped it on you. Okay.
You're good. I'm trying to edit these.
No, answer it now.
I want you to just kind of think about this and picture it and then fire away. Right. Okay. Like, don't take too long to overthink it. Okay. 2 scenarios.
Okay.
In tomorrow's game.
All right.
You get your regular players.
I'm with you.
You know, our regular starters, our regular lineup, Jordan, you know, Fresh,
with Ron,
Darius, Ron. Yeah. Just your OG team. Right? And a heavy dosage of David Johnson with your OG team.
Okay.
Right? That's one scenario.
That's one.
The other scenario is you play like 10 deep with Josh, Aiden, Sam, you know, Quinn, like you rotated them all throughout the game.
So what you're saying is like, do I want to play like a 6-man rotation where David Johnson gets a lot of minutes, or do I want to play like 10 but they all get like equal time?
Yeah, 6 to 7-man rotation with heavy dose of David Johnson, or 10-man rotation with everybody?
That's a good question. I think if we're talking about strictly just for the Kentucky game, I think David Johnson getting some minutes is going to be more beneficial than Josh Nickelberry getting 10 minutes and then turning around and not playing in the Kentucky game. I think for the longevity of the team, it's good, but right now, I don't think one game is going to move one of those guys into the normal rotation, is what you're saying. So, like, if we give Josh Nickelberry a shot, if we give Aiden Agahan a shot. I don't see, those type guys right now slipping into the rotation for the big games. Where David Johnson, I do see slipping into the rotation. So getting and him being behind right now, not playing the first few games. This Eastern Kentucky game and the Miami Ohio game, we said it before they started that this is kind of his warm-up games before he gets into some serious basketball. I'd say take full advantage of getting David Johnson as many minutes as possible.
I'm with Brian. And my reason.
Have we missed the window?
No, not at all. It's a lot. We're not even halfway through the season. Like, it feels like it around here because we've already saw so much happen. But I'm like, it's December 17th. The Final Four is in April.
That soon?
Right. That's what it feels like.
Jeez.
I mean, and I agree because I'm like, dude, like, hey, we're about to start. But you're 2-0 in the ACC. Everything. Now, here's the thing.
It would have. Go ahead.
Do I think it's more beneficial for the next season to get more of the guys in this year? Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing, and this is such a loaded question because I hate doing this because I'm going to ask you this and knowing that I'm saying it to prove my point.
No.
But if you win the national title this year, why? Who wins you the national championship this year? The answer is Jordan, Dwayne, those guys. This is a national championship season.
I don't know, Steve.
Okay, I'm listening.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
Let's rephrase your question. Ask that question again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna present to you a different perspective on winning a national championship.
If you win a national championship this year, who is it because of?
What hurt us the most down the stretch last year?
David or Dwayne being too tired, playing too many minutes.
You know where I'm going.
Sure.
The only way you're gonna avoid Jordan, Dwayne, either Malik or Steven, even Ryan.
Yeah.
The only way that they're going to be fresh to play day one fresh basketball is if you play Josh, David, Aiden, you rotate them.
Okay.
Because yesterday we had a discussion with this depth. Going 10 deep is going to benefit us come tournament time. That's what we were so excited. We said we're going to be fresh late in the year.
I hear you, but let me raise that a little bit because my only issue
mixed reactions to
as I knew it would be.
Yeah.
So
feel free to jump in on this one. I see the text lines are kind of blowing up. 8150 939. What do you think about it? Like what we're basically asking, what's your coaching style? Taking last year, what you thought happened.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Dwayne Sutton's probably a little more prepared. His body's a little more prepared to, and his role has seemed to be more concentrated now, where he's not using as much energy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
These are two different,
But I still
styles.
agree with what you're saying. But here's my only comeback to that would be. You did throw Sam in there with that group. I don't think Sam goes in that group. I think Sam gets a lot of good minutes now. So here's what I come back with. I say, well, if David is more interjected into this role, I think that ultimately opens up more room to put Dwayne Sutton out because now David is kind of taking charge as the point guard. Now, Darius is moving over a little bit to play some more off guard, which you can play lineups 100% in games with Darius, Ryan, and David if you needed to. Sam now comes into the fold. Fresh is now a full backup point guard. That's your job now behind David. And I think it just opens up the lineup. I mean, this team's so deep, I don't necessarily have to play those
David
three guys.
Is your eighth man.
Yeah.
That
becomes a starter.
A deep enough. So you're saying with David, you have the deep enough roster to not worry about wear down.
Yes, because I think now I have a new shooting guard. His name's Darius Perry. I've gained him now that I bump over. I play with David. Ryan.
Like one man that can play really makes a big difference.
Opens up the lineup 100%.
I know what you're saying.
That's why I think David and Sam and I made this point a couple weeks ago on the postgame show. I said David and Sam, I think, are going to be mid-semester transfers.
Okay. Well, let me do this. Okay, I'm not jumping off a cliff with this one. I'm just talking about options. So don't march out and torch in streets over this one. Fresh or Josh? Great or good long term? Because here, we'll do this. Let's say we didn't know Fresh at all. Let's say Fresh didn't have a resume. Let's say all that stuff. Player for player.
Yeah.
I have a senior and I have a freshman. If Josh Nickelberry has had the Fresh Kimball minutes from the beginning of the year, would Fresh even be playing now?
That's a great argument. That's a great argument. I could, because
I know physically Josh Nickelberry would be a heavy value in ACC late season.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, I'm not this guy, but I am this guy because I would talk to Fresh about it as an assistant coach. I would say, you're going to have to start seeing it the way they see it.
Yeah.
You can't just be out on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to be causing turnover. Like, not messing up is not going to be good enough late season when I know somebody over here can get out and transition and punch on somebody.
Yeah.
When I know a guy over here, he's more athletic and probably stronger than you. He's not as smart. Like, I get it.
Sure.
Right? But he can, if he's going to be out here drawing fouls, getting us extra possessions and learning his assignments, like his minutes, I'm going to have to start giving your minutes to him.
Yeah.
Just on principle.
I think that's the battle to watch, man, because, that's a great point. Because immediately my reaction is as I'm going through this, as you're saying it, is I'm like, dude, Fresh did down the stretch against Michigan, all that stuff. You're like, got going on. But then when you say if Josh had played those minutes, like Fresh had never been on team.
Yeah, like Fresh Kimball probably has, 110 minutes total.
Fresh?
Yeah.
No, I bet he's got way more than that. I'm going to look that up.
Oh, okay. You think Fresh has more minutes than Sam? Yeah. Sam has one. Okay, let's just say 200 minutes, right?
Okay.
Josh Nickelberry in game 12 with 200 minutes under his belt?
Yeah, no, I can.
Jeez.
I can absolutely listen to that. I think that's a good, I'm looking at minutes. I may be wrong. Yeah, Kimball's played 206.
Okay.
206. Sam's played 188. Josh has played 49. So
I didn't think he had that many.
Yeah.
To be honest. Let me get to the phone lines. Wayne, thanks for joining us on 939. Fire away.
Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon, Brian, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, I'm agreeing with Marcus on as far as the rotation and everything. I think that they have kind of waited a little too long in getting all these younger guys in. These so-called cupcake games was the time to build those boys' confidence up, and it would have helped us down the road. It's not too late to put, to get them in now, but I think as the competition is getting stronger, it's a chance to knock them down confident-wise, where they had a chance against these other schools to really, they're a part of the team in practice and all, and I understand that, but I think they should have been put in more. But here's the other thing, guys, and everybody out there listening. This is the greatest university sports-wide in the country, guys. Come on, we can talk from baseball, we can talk basketball, women's or men's. We can talk swimming. If swimming is your thing, we can go swim for a while. We are the stuff when it comes to sports. And to top it all, what we have been buried with all the past and the NCAA and the Patino and everything else, guys, we come out on top again. and you can play the song, all we do is win, 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 Brian. That's all, because it's the truth. You're not, they have tried so far and hard down at Kentucky to bury us. And they can't. So they're going to have to realize those days are done. We are legit. We're here to stay. And we are the biggest city in the daggone state, whether you like it or not. So get with it. And I agree with you, Marcus, that I think they kind of missed the ship on putting those young fellas in. There's players over on that bench, guys, that would start for these other schools. And then one more thing, Mac, if you listen, brother, I love you as a coach. I love your fire, everything about you, dog. But I want you to become the father to them guys and be strict with them. You can love strict. My daddy said, son, if you don't go to school and beat that bully in the mouth, when you come home, I'm busting your you-know-what. So you got to do it this way. You got to be tough, boys. I love you, and I can be tough on you, but I love you. And that's what I think Mac's still on that era of, is it business or is it fatherly love type coach? It's time for him to step it up and say, guys, I brought you here for this reason. Louisville, we win here. We win right here. This is what these fans up in these stands expect. We win here. And you guys got that kind of talent. We're worried about Kentucky, the Big Blue, and all that kind of garbage. We're on that same level. And I wish the fans would start to say the same thing and quit worrying about everything they do. They worry as much about Louisville as we talk about them. Trust me.
I think a lot more.
They can talk all that Duke, North Carolina crap they want to talk about. They're studying us. They're studying us. And we got to realize that as a fan base, when people turn on ESPN from California to Florida, they see them fans and they see the power that Louisville has. Man, that's why these coaches want to come here. And the football's eventually going to get to the point where they quit jumping ship. You look at Charlie Strong and all of them that looked at what they had rolling here and jumped ship, and look where he's at now. He should have stayed here. I love Satterfield. He's a good man. He's going to do right here. But you go back to some of them like Strong and all of them. I know he had some inside things going on that don't need to be discussed here on the radio, but he had it rolling, man, and that's what I mean. Play the song. All we do is win, 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 because that's what we do. And listen here, Steve, if you ever want to wrestle, a real wrestler, come talk to Big Wayne right here, baby.
Fair enough, Wayne. Appreciate it, man.
Big Wayne called yesterday, gave me that suggestion, and I told him I'd have to look into legally if we can change lyrics of a song, because we got in trouble for that in the past.
No, I didn't know that.
Perrin Johnson. You remember when Perrin, he was talking about the butts? And then we edited his words into a song, and then we got in trouble for it.
No, I didn't know that.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, listen, Wayne, I'm glad you got a chance to get that out.
Yeah, he let a lot of hate in his heart out.
Yeah, no, listen, that was love. No, that wasn't hate. That was love it. He's literally in love with his university right now.
Yeah,
like he is literally.
I like it.
In complete love with his university.
A lot of love on this and a lot of hate on that end.
We're gonna,
I like it, man.
We still have a lot of angles to this conversation. So it's going to be a quick commercial break, people. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
I think all the Waynes like to talk. I think all the Waynes like to talk.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
With UPS, Future You gets seriously pumped. As a package handler, you'll have a great job this season. Make up to $20 per hour after bonuses for a 25-hour work week. Future You goes further than you imagine. Find out what you'll become at upsjobs.com. We are ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Thinking of going to the big game or concert? Well, head over to GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Save money on fees today so you have more for that beer tomorrow. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com.
Check out Louisville Sports Live, the city's longest-running all U of L sports talk show, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville. Check us out daily at LouisvilleSportsLive.net. Follow us on Twitter at Lville Sports without an O Live. All the best local and national guests every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Most people probably hope they'll never need an attorney for something bad that's happened to them, but when you need one, the difference between a good one and a bad one could mean a lot of money. Sam Aguiar has helped our listeners, our company, and even our employees individually with cases. Why? He's responsive, asks the right questions, and is easy to talk to. But make no mistake, Sam Aguiar and his team are aggressive at making people pay what they owe you. So if you've been hurt in a car, at work, or anywhere in between, call their easy-to-remember number, 502-888-8888 or AguiarInjuryLawyers.com.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. This Sports Center update brought to you by GIS Piano Center. Trusted in Kentucky, GISPianoCenter.com. The new polls came out for college basketball yesterday, and the Louisville men's basketball team moves back to number 3. And Yahoo Sports Pat 40 said Louisville is still one of the best teams in the country.
I like the makeup of Louisville's team. I really do. You know, I think that there's concerns at point guard for me, and especially at the offensive end, and concerns about who's a consistent number 2 scorer. But they've got a lot of guys. They've got a star player in Jordan Wara. They play good defensively. So I mean, I like them.
The Cards continue to prepare for Miami, Ohio tomorrow at 8:30, which you'll be able to catch on the ACC Network. Be sure to catch all our pregame coverage and postgame coverage right here on 93.9 The Ville. The Louisville women's basketball team moved up to number 6 in the latest polls after their win over Kentucky over the weekend, and they now prepare for a game at UT Martin on Thursday at 7 p.m. The University of Kentucky men's basketball team moved up to number 6 in the polls, and they continue to prepare for their matchup against Utah tomorrow at 11 p.m. on ESPN2. In Louisville football news, star offensive tackle Mekhi Becton announced that he will enter the NFL draft, and he will not play in the Music City Bowl on December 30th against Mississippi State. He is currently projected as a first-round pick. Last night in Monday Night Football, the New Orleans Saints pulled off a 34-7 win over the Indianapolis Colts. Drew Brees led the way for the Saints, scored 29 for 30 for 307 yards and 4 touchdowns, making him the NFL's all-time leader in touchdown passes with 541, passing Peyton Manning, who previously held the record with 539. And last but certainly not least, the hot stove continues to boil in Major League Baseball as yesterday the Cincinnati Reds signed left-handed starting pitcher Wade Miley to a 2-year, $15 million deal. Miley is 33 years old and pitched for the Houston Astros last year, compiling a 14-6 record, a 3.98 ERA, while recording 140 strikeouts. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
Perrin Johnson here. Have you heard about things heating up at My Malone's in St. Matthews? Have you heard about the Lamar Bar in the Ravens Nest upstairs? My Malone's in St. Matthews is hosting all Ravens watch parties with weekly prizes and monthly drawings. They are also having bucket and pitcher specials, even a team tub, as well as burgers, barbecue, house-made pizza, and even a crab cake burger. Things are also heating up and on fire on Saturdays for college football. They have a new sports menu in My Malone's in St. Matthews, and it is the spot to cheer on your favorite team. For all your early Premier League action from across the pond, My Malone's in St. Matthews is your only destination. My Malone's in St. Matthews has built its own Bloody Mary bar. They also offer bottomless mimosas, a brunch menu every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2. They open even earlier for those 7:30 games. Find out more about weekly events at My Malone's and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. For reservations, call 502-882-2222. Go Lamar and go Ravens.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's Pound 529, offices Louisville.
This is Marcus Maven, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150, 93.9 is the number. Text her during break. Here's how I would distribute minutes. Very close eye on Williamson. Ready to give him more minutes as he plays better, gets comfortable and confident. Wara, 33. Sutton, 32. Perry, 24. Enoch, 25. McMahon, 23. Williamson, 23. Or Williamson, 20. Kimball, 10. David Johnson, 10. It's like that I think that was wrong in a lot of ways.
Fair enough.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. We left off. Late season rest versus rust. Then we kind of went into the comparison of Fresh Kimball versus Josh Nickelberry.
Yes.
And who would you trust late season?
Yes.
Where would you go?
Well, here's the thing. That's tough. But I would go because you don't have minutes.
Is Kimball closer to becoming the Kimball that we need to be than Josh being a seasoned player by the end of the season? Because here, I want this to be clear. I think Fresh Kimball hasn't even opened up his bag yet.
Right.
Like at all, right? But here's the thing. I don't have time to wait for you to dig in your bag if you're going to be in a mental funk, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't know if he is or not, but there's a reason he's not dug in yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I know Josh is confident right now. And I know it would be such a waste of talent this year to have him playing behind Fresh and just to have Fresh not be playing come late season because he never quite got aggressive or never got adjusted or never got comfortable.
Here's why it's tough for me. You know Jordan Bell, you know Tyler Dorsey, you know those guys that played for Oregon. Go back to March 20th, 2016. I know it's a little bit back. Lamar Kimball, 11 points, 3 rebounds. 8 seed St. Joe's takes on 1 seed at Oregon in the NCAA tournament. I'm like, I have trouble going against that. You know what I'm saying? I have trouble going against a guy that says the game before that, they win at the buzzer. Actually, it was a play that was called off for Cincinnati in an 8-9 game. They play a game to the last play of the game. And Lamar Kimball's in the game. I went back and looked at this. Kimball's in the game. They play it to the last second. They beat Cincinnati. NCAA tournament. They lose by 5 to Oregon, the 1 seed. And you can say, Oregon, by 5 as a 1 seed. Lamar Kimball has seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been there, done that.
What year was and that was
It was
his
16. I think that was his freshman year. Freshman year. Maybe sophomore. Because he's a fifth-year guy. So maybe sophomore. But he's been there and saw stuff like that. He's played in those environments. I just have a hard time. Now, your argument could shut me down. If Nickelberry had all those minutes, yeah, maybe it's a different story. Because I do think I'm not beholden to that. I do think freshmen can come in and just be better than a 5-year guy. It can happen. But
and team-centric.
Yeah, right.
And team-centric.
But this team has so much talent.
No, and here's the thing. I want to say to you, if that's freshman live wire, I don't give a damn Fresh Kimball. I think you got one in Josh Nickelberry. I think he's a live wire that you. I thought if you just decided tomorrow that Josh Nickelberry, I'm starting you. You just don't listen. Don't turn the ball over on passes. That's the only thing I need you not to do.
Yeah.
Josh Nickelberry averages 7-8 points.
Probably so,
and 3 rebounds.
Probably so. Yeah.
Just off of being lit.
Yeah. Yeah, probably so. That's why I say, I mean, I can have that argument. I just, in my mind, I almost just can't make myself go against Fresh.
I have so much empathy for coaches, right? That I could sit here and say all this and sound like you at the end of it and just say, Marcus, do you realize what will happen if I put Josh Nickelberry out there and he stinks it up and we get busted by EKU?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fresh, get in that game. I know Fresh won't lose to EKU.
Right. Right. And I have watched Fresh in big games this year win you games down the stretch. And I'm calling even Western. I'm calling Western a talented game in a hostile environment, or a neutral environment at least. Down the stretch. I watched him against Michigan down the stretch. I've watched him, and he's done in the NCAA tournament. And for this team, I'm like, I've got enough. To me, let me see if I can get the guy rolling that's been there and done it. And there may be a game. I love David Johnson. I think David Johnson should take all the minutes, all this stuff. But there may be a game in the second round, Sweet 16, where it's like, whew, Fresh down the stretch. He's been there. He's done it.
So you're playing. But here's my other thing. If he's been there and done it for 4 years, 5 years, why do I have to have you in the game right now? Why don't I have you as the emergency panic button guy?
Who?
Fresh.
Oh, you could.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could.
Like here, look, Josh, you're gonna get your 8 minutes. If you make something
Sure.
up. I shouldn't need to get Fresh comfortable.
But if David starts taking majority of the minutes at the 1, I don't think the argument is between Josh and Fresh anymore. I think Fresh becomes the backup point guard at that point. Now Josh's minutes are coming elsewhere. Because if David puts a stranglehold on the point guard position, then that means David now is going to play majority of the minutes at point guard. So now I just have Fresh coming in to relieve David. So if that's 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes for Fresh, Josh's minutes are coming somewhere else now.
Either Ryan, Darius.
Now the argument is, can you put Josh over those guys?
Can you put Josh in over Ryan?
Yeah, like that's kind of the.
If we get into those bludgeoning, okay, like last year, right? Ryan didn't have it, right? In that matchup, it was just a bad matchup, Minnesota. If you put Fresh in, if you put Josh in, does that change Minnesota game?
Could, yeah, absolutely could.
David and Josh would have helped us beat Minnesota.
Yeah, I think Darius is a different player, though. I think Darius is a total. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you could have 6'5" David to put on Coffee, it's a little different than,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of.
But I mean, I think Darius is a different player if David puts a stranglehold on that point guard position, man. I think then Darius becomes a 2. Darius becomes a different guy. And I'm not worried about Darius going forward because I've got David another year with Darius. So Darius is never going to be my point guard again, So I'm good.
But that's you being a no position guy, I mean, necessarily like
I
almost don't even like saying point guard.
I agree.
I
I mean, the way basketball is nowadays, I mean, it's tough. But I mean, if I'm trying to, but when I'm saying 2 guard, I'm just saying the mentality of how he plays.
Yeah, right.
David, okay, I'll say point guard, but what I'm saying is, okay, David is coming down the court looking to get people open, is looking to get sets ready. Darius
Go
now
be a player.
Is coming, give me a ball and make some plays.
Go make some plays.
Yeah, but I'll put 2 on it, 1 on it, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, who's different, Sutton or Jordan? Who plays the 4, who plays the 3?
Oh, yeah, right. You don't, yeah.
I mean, can you really tell me?
Right.
In a game? Because most of the time Sutton guards the big man, so. But on offense, as all that matters for me is, I think the only reason you even put numbers to it anymore is because for plays,
I'm just trying to get I'm trying to get Josh and Aiden in there.
Aiden's
and here's the thing.
Aiden's fighting an uphill battle.
I got to say it for myself. Like, I don't know how this is gonna sound. I really don't care about losing right now. Like, if I'm getting Josh and Aiden in there with good minutes.
Like, I don't know. Aiden, I'm not too worried about Aiden.
See, I like him in the game.
Oh, I do too, but you're just this year, dude, you're just fighting an uphill battle. You're fighting behind Steve and Malik. I mean, dude, sorry.
I know.
There's not room. And your skill set won't allow you to play the 4. So sorry. I don't know. Like, I love you, and I think you're going to be awesome, but, dude, I'm not taking those 2 out. We may have the best 1-2 punch in America at center. No. It's no fault of your own. I think if he had went to Kentucky, he'd get minutes right now. I mean, no, I'm serious. Like, I'm not even mocking. Like, seriously. If he had went to St. John's, he'd probably be their starter.
Roger, thanks for joining. Don't let him hear that. Roger, thanks for joining us on 939. Fire away.
This is actually Patrick, not Roger, but.
My fault. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right, man. I just want to talk about the rotation. Kind of piggyback on what you guys were saying. If Rick Pitino was coaching right now, these guys would be playing, these freshmen. Pitino was a big subscriber, and like Marcus just said, if you got to take some lumps, to get some experience for these guys, because we're going to need these guys, man. I'm telling you, if we don't get them quality playing time right now, we're not going to get where we want to be in March. And if Pitino had that uncanny ability of all of a sudden, games in December and January, when it was a big game, and all of a sudden, bring Aiden off the bench and put him in, first half, in a crucial moment, you're thinking, what's he doing, But later on down the road, that experience that he got, will pay dividends later on, in late February. And I just hate what Mac's doing right now with all this talent that we've got on the bench. I mean, we've got to get those guys in the rotation, man. They've got to quality minutes. And I couldn't believe I didn't watch the Eastern Kentucky game, but when I looked at the box score and I saw the amount of minutes didn't get, it was upsetting. It would have been a perfect time to really put those guys in and get and log some good minutes for those guys. So I really hope that changes soon. I want to get to where we want, where we want tournament time.
Look, Patrick, I appreciate the call, but, Patrick, you made a great point, and you made the point that I was going to drive, like a narrative I was going to drive. Now, first of all, I don't think Rick would have just been throwing freshmen in
No,
here.
no, that part I don't agree with.
You're right, right.
I do think there was a lot of what he said was good, but
here's what you said, Patrick. That carries a whole nother theme. When you said late season, Rick just grabs the guy that hasn't been playing, and you're like, "What are you doing? He hasn't played all year."
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about. What I was going to talk about and kind of ask you about, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
We've spent the first hour talking about getting freshman experience to be ready late season, right?
Yeah.
That's such a fan thing to do, right? Because the fan is blinded by the shiny toys.
Yes.
I'm not being blinded by the shiny toy when I say Josh needs to be in there. I think Josh can really play at a high level. I think he's smart. I think he's super athletic. I think he can play.
Well, he's the third leading scorer. I mean, that's going to be a thing you're going to beat home. He was the third leading scorer in North Carolina history.
Yeah. Like I think he can really, really play.
Yeah.
So this is not, we'll get him in here so he can learn in 2 years. No. He can compete right now.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Like he looks at Cole Anthony, you know what I'm saying, eye to eye. Like I played against these dudes. So, he's one of the top freshmen. Like when you're top 50s and 60s, like you've tore some heads off, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So here's the thing. Another way to coach and develop a team is you have to earn every minute, right? I don't give you free minutes to mess up on my basketball floor and get better. Like this is a whole nother way Coach Matt can be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, I could see him talking to me right now. Marcus, the way I do things, right, is I keep my practices hyper competitive by not giving freebie minutes to Josh.
Yeah.
To Aiden. If they get 6 minutes in the Kentucky game, it's because those 10 days leading up to the Kentucky game, they were animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I keep a practice strong for an entire year.
Yeah.
I don't do development on my game floor. I do development in my practice world,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So that way of thinking would calm me down immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way of thinking would make me say, "You got it." Because like I said, if Josh is not taking from Darius, taking from Fresh on a daily basis, I could totally see the coach saying, "No, I'm not going to play you."
Absolutely.
Even though you might be a gamer and you might be more effective out there, if you can't like psychologically break Fresh Kimball in a practice, then Fresh is going to play out here in a game. Even though a stranger, you might be better. You might bring more to the table as a stranger and an athlete with these other players than Fresh Kimball.
Sure.
But our practice life says Fresh is getting on that floor before you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't. I don't know. It's probably a terrible analogy. I don't know. People, you know how it is these days. But, okay, if I'm going to war and I've got two snipers.
Right.
And one of them doesn't quite hit the target every time, but he's pretty good. And then I got another one that does. I'm not sending the guy because I'm like, well, but this guy's got a better gun.
He got to get better.
No. The guy that is off a little bit, he's got a better gun than the other guy. Like at the end of the day, dude, I've watched y'all. This dude hit 10 out of 10. You hit 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going with you. I'm going with him.
I'm not sending you out there to get better.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because we don't have time. And obviously, sniper in death is such a terrible analogy to the NCAA tournament. I understand that. But like,
why they call it the death penalty?
Fair enough. But I mean, when I'm in the NCAA, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Now, here's the thing. Now, 6 months down the road, We're like, okay, we got a job.
What if your good sniper is really old though?
Right. But here's my problem. 6 months down the road, we're a week leading up to the job we have. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna throw you in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So when we get in mid-February and all of a sudden we're at practice and Josh, it's like, all right, Josh, okay. All right, here we go. You know, like, let's go. So now.
And here's the thing. You have to leave it no room for judgment.
Right.
Because here's the thing. If I'm another player and you're putting Josh in to get him some minutes, and no.
Right.
I have to see him work fresh an entire week.
That's why, yes, but that's why Rick Pitino will look down the bench.
Who would be his starting lineup right now? I hate that we're doing this. Turn off your radios, people, because we're going to do some crappy radio
now.
It's
easy. It's easy.
Just do it. Just do it right. We don't like doing this.
No,
who's his lineup?
No, right now he's starting.
Oh my God, I hate doing this.
What?
If I was listening to
No, it's not even difficult.
If I was listening to another show, just hey, what if Rick was coaching this team?
Yeah.
Hey, who would be the starter?
I'd be throwing a fit.
I would be throwing a fit, and I would turn off the radio.
It's easy. Very simple. It would be David Johnson, Darius Perry, Dwayne Sutton, Jordan Ward, Steve Enoch. Very starting lineup. Period. And we'd be talking about how y'all don't you understand. Darius will make your life a living hell. Like that, because Darius is a whole different player. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's your starting five right there. And David Johnson, we'd be talking about. It's incredible that a point guard or that a freshman come in.
No Ryan.
No. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This year, his starting lineup would probably be a sophomore Courtney Ramey. And
Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons, who decided to come back. Or maybe Romeo.
And Brian Bowen.
Yeah, Moses Brown would be your starting center. Moses Brown would be starting next to Steve Enoch.
I knew you were going to do that, Steve.
Yeah.
You couldn't help yourself.
Brian Bowen, a junior Brian Bowen.
You just couldn't help yourself. Romeo Langford, just sophomore Romeo Langford.
That's a stupid conversation.
I knew it was gonna. I knew, like, once you said the name, I knew it was.
That's a stupid.
It was just gonna go. Y'all think we got a number one team now?
I don't even want to have that conversation, man. That team has been so good.
I tell you what, there's no way I can continue that conversation.
You're a jackass. That's stupid.
Last commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150-939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
That's that crunch of Papa John's brand new garlic Parmesan crust. Fresh, never frozen original dough topped with Parmesan and Papa John's famous garlic sauce. If Pavlov's dog went crazy over a bell, imagine the tizzy it'd throw over this crunch. Get a one-topping pizza with the new garlic Parmesan crust for just $10. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Not valid with discounts. Fees and taxes extra. Prices may vary.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Nathan Huber here, General Sales Manager of ESPN Louisville. Your home is your most treasured investment. Today's homeowners are always on the lookout for products that add value to their home. OPC Pest Services now offers TAP Pest Control Insulation. TAP is an EPA-registered insulation that provides quiet and comfort, lowers your energy bills, and most importantly, controls pests. We trust OPC Pest Services, and you should too. Call OPC at 969-9635 for a free TAP consultation, or visit opcpest.com today.
Steve Rummage here. Louisville looks to stay hot Wednesday when the Cards host Miami of Ohio. And for the most pre- and post-game coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Be sure to join Marcus Maven and myself for the Louisville basketball pregame show at 7:30 on all ESPN Louisville programming as we take you right up to tip. Then immediately after the game, it's the Coors Light postgame show, also on all ESPN Louisville programming. We're the first place in town. We'll take all your calls, hear live from Chris Mack, player sound, and more. If it's Louisville basketball, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville.
BSN Sports is the leading marketer, manufacturer, and distributor of sporting goods, apparel, and equipment. BSN Sports is your ultimate partner on the bench and right beside you, making you the hero with your administrators and fans, on the practice field and under the Friday night lights. With our 20-plus sales professionals working in the Kentucky area, let BSN take care of you and your team. BSN Sports even outfits the staff here at ESPN Louisville. So trust the pros we trust. BSNSports.com.
Hi, it's Wendy Canavan, Vice President of Genesis Diamonds. I want to tell you about the spectacular offer on now through Christmas Eve. Buy any item and get the second one at half price. You heard it. Buy the first item and get the second at half price, or finance for 60 months at 0% interest and 0 down. Everything is on sale for these final days. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, rings, and even Swiss timepieces. Gifts for every budget from $200 to $200,000, and we will even wrap it for you. With buy one, get one half off, you can buy the matching piece for a birthday or Valentine's gift. Select a pair of earrings and get the matching necklace at 50% off, or buy a bracelet and get an anniversary ring at half price. So do whatever works for you. Buy one piece and get the second at half price, or take the 60 months at 0 interest and 0 down. From our families to all of yours, Merry Christmas. Make this Christmas even merrier with a beautiful gift from Genesis Diamonds. See store for details.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
With UPS, future you gets seriously pumped. As a package handler, you'll have a great job this season. Make up to $20 per hour after bonuses for a 25-hour work week. Future you goes further than you imagine. Find out what you'll become at upsjobs.com.
We are ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
I'm going to watch how she wraps it. Oh, dude. Listen, we're doing Yankee Christmas today, right? Bob Valvano sets it up every year.
Don't be a cheater.
It's awesome, you know. So, of course, Marcus and myself, we buy gifts once we get here. There's plenty of stuff around here you can go buy. I know Marcus's gift, and Dawn better not see me. I better not see her wrapping it, because I'm going to be like, yeah, I got that one. Thank you. I don't even know how it works fully, but
Right.
yeah, I want that one.
Like I don't.
Did you bring something really good?
I don't know white elephant rules.
I think you can trade them.
Yankee Christmases.
Yeah, so basically the way it works is you draw numbers, and whoever gets number one picks first. And so they got all the presents in front of them. They just pick the wrap gifts. They open it. Then the second person has the option of taking the first person's gift or just picking another gift. The third person can pick. So basically what you want to do is you want to be the last person to go, because then you've seen everything open, and you can trade with anybody.
Oh, you actually got to open it? You can't just be...
No, yeah. So we go one at a time.
You have to open it.
One person at a time. So the first person goes, opens the gift. Then the second person goes. they can either draw from the pile and pick a new gift to open, or they can take the first person's. Then the third person goes, they could take either the first or the second person's gift or open a new one. So basically, you know, the first person's screwed because they're going to be stuck with whatever is because they might open the best gift, but it's going to get traded around.
It's going to get snatched.
So you want to be the last person to go.
I like it.
What's the white elephant Christmas?
Some people call it white elephant. Some people call it, you know.
Oh, so it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, white elephant. Some people do dirty Santa. That's usually a little different.
Dirty Santa.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be for Christmas.
But then, you know, the Valvanos, they call it the Yankee Christmas, Yankee swap.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
You can call it whatever.
Well, anyway, people, that is coming up today. And do we need footage of that? Make a commercial.
Oh yeah, I know.
Speaking of, I hope Drew put together a commercial for the Cram Advance stuff.
Oh,
like, my goodness.
Speaking of commercials and stuff, we do got a job. I do need to give a quick put out there. We do have a Music City Bowl giveaway. Head over to either ESPN Louisville Facebook or 93.9. Find the Music City Bowl VIP getaway post. Tag a friend in the comment section. Share your favorite bowl memory. You should have some because we talked about this, remember, about a week or so ago. You'll be immediately entered for a chance to win a round-trip transportation from RDH Limo and Charter, 2 tickets to the Music City Bowl, free lunch from Which, plus much more. All presented by ESPN Louisville, RDH Limo, and Charter, the only way to travel. Just go there, tag a friend you want to take with you, put your favorite bowl memory. You're going to be entered in. You get tickets, you get trip down, trip back, and a nice party bus, too.
Favorite bowl memory.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, let me throw this out there. Tomorrow, Louisville basketball is back in action. Join Marcus Maben and myself at Al J's in the Galt House at 7:30 on all ESPN programming. Then immediately after the games, the Coors Light postgame show, where you can join us again on all. By the way, I do have you a little something extra coming soon for doing the post games with me, because it has made life much easier.
It's my pleasure, Steve.
Yeah.
Don't go out your way.
So, but the Coors Light postgame show with us, we'll be back over at Al J's. Will be your first place in town that will take your calls here live from Chris Mack, player sound, and more. So you're going to want to be involved in all that.
Okay.
Ravens and Browns this weekend, too.
Okay, what are we going to do with the Lamar Jackson thing? Okay, I got to get this out the way because I'm seeing the voting. By the way, Jalen Reeves Maven's special teams votes were not great.
Really?
The Detroit Lions overall as a team, their Pro Bowl voting didn't go good.
Uh-huh.
How should I feel about that?
It's the Lions, man. It's a crap market. Like, dude, he's got to get somewhere bigger where he's seen more. Like, it's just
he started.
I know, and nobody knew it. That no, seriously, and that's a shame.
Brian,
I know.
Do you hear how Steve is? I just told him my baby boy started for the Detroit Lions.
I know.
Why didn't you
in a real game?
No, I know.
And Steve said,
did you know in advance?
No.
So you didn't know till
Oh,
Sunday.
no, I'm not saying that, though. I'm saying it's because the market sucks, man. Like, we have to get him out of there.
I'm saying if Marcus would have just said the words on air, that they would have got a few thousand more viewers.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, no. But some of that stuff, man, it's different packages. You don't know until the game run out on the field. But I just, man, if he is.
He got the hit on Jameis Winston that caused the interception to start the game.
See what I'm saying?
Did
you know who knew that?
Did y'all know that, people?
The people that live in the Detroit surrounding area that get the game. How many games he played on Monday Night Football this year? One. Sunday Night Football? One. Maybe. I don't even think they have played on Sunday Night Football. Thursday night, maybe?
Man.
Dude, he's got to get out of that market. Got to get him out of there. Get him to Baltimore.
They give him checks.
What if he? Yeah, no, that's cool. And so will the next team. What if he got drafted? What if he signed with Baltimore? on that Baltimore defense.
It's too much pressure. Dude, that's too much pressure.
That would be sick.
That would be way too much
Oh
pressure.
my gosh, dude. I'd buy a second house in Baltimore. Right next to him.
That would be way too much pressure.
I'd buy a house next to him so that way I could go up there and stay. But for the most part, I'd buy it next to him so I guaranteed that nobody was around so they wouldn't interrupt him in his sleep patterns.
He was out there playing though, Steve. Like he was like a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Like I saw it.
I know. He's good.
Okay, so what are we gonna do with the Lamar Jackson thing? Okay, what could be a disappointing ending? Just the early playoff round exit.
Man, is there a disappointing
See,
ending?
that's. I'm glad you said that. 81-50, 93-9. Like I said, we're on the final stretch here. I just kind of wanted to wrap up a little bit of that talk and just of the. I don't want to put a bow tie on this one, but I think I've experienced everything I was hoping for, and with him getting like. If he gets this MVP, which he's getting, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the rest of it. How disappointed could you be?
I
like
mean,
if you get a bet, like think about it. Who's he going to end up in the playoffs, first round?
Possibly the Chiefs. If Patrick Mahomes,
I know.
A Chiefs team that's getting healthy,
I know.
come in and beat him in game one. It's like,
and y'all stole Terrell Suggs.
Yeah. They did that because they're like, nah, okay, cool. He's like, I won't report. All right, sweet.
Yeah, great. We'll gladly leave a roster spot.
Yeah, because you won't be playing against us when we go there. Yeah, man.
If he'd have kept his mouth shut, he would have cleared waivers, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that just got everybody thinking. What? But you don't fault the Chiefs. Like nobody's mad at the Chiefs.
No, not at all. But I mean, here's the thing: like
they would have been mad at Belichick.
Yeah, because then you would have been like, well, but he would have played with Belichick. But Suggs is going to play regardless.
Yeah, I was going to say
you're a player.
Yeah,
you throw out the warning, and then you're on a contender.
Yeah.
The Chiefs can win the Super Bowl this year. So, but here's the thing: I'm more worried about that first game for Lamar than I am. I think he will beat. I think the Ravens are built to beat the Patriots. I do think they will beat the Patriots in the AFC title game. In Baltimore, I think they'll get them. But it's just that first game, man.
You're going to have the Chiefs.
Jeez.
Yeah, like
the Chiefs or the – I mean, now if the Steelers upset the Chiefs, I mean, you could get them. Or even the other game would be the –
What did you just say?
I'm trying to think.
If the who do what?
What? The Steelers?
Sorry, Rhonda. But I'm not buying the Steelers for nothing.
Dude, they always find a way to win some games,
Oh.
man.
Tomlin, man.
Oh.
Yeah, they always – I mean –
Tomlin's always got that machine rolling.
Yeah, dude.
No, not this year.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, with what they've had to deal with.
Yeah, are you kidding me? They've got like 8 wins, and
they got 8 or 9
That's
wins.
What,
and
but
they
listen,
haven't had
that's my
Roethlisberger
point.
all
Like
season.
you just don't. To me, it's one of those years where you're just fighting for your life to stay alive. That you're just like, yeah, but this ain't y'all year.
Yeah, dude, I don't agree with that. Like, I think they're the real deal, man. I mean, like they just find ways to win, and now they've got Juju back. Now they've got James Conner back. But they did lose to the Bills, so who knows? The Steelers may not even make the playoffs. But then the Texans, how that would be a disappointing ending. I changed my mind. If Deshaun Watson beat him in the first game, that would be a disappointing ending for me.
That would take away the vibe of
Yeah. I'd be like, I don't care about that.
And that's all college related.
Yeah, I don't even care about your MVP. As a matter of fact, don't give him the MVP. It's tainted. Just like the Heisman. Everything's tainted. I'd be like, it's all tainted. You got to put Deshaun Watson's face on everything. You got to no, seriously. I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna tape a little Deshaun Watson faces on your Heisman, on your MVP.
You're gonna deface his Heisman trophy.
Everything. I'm gonna break in the football office. So let me make this a warning. If y'all find
Did you just hear what he said,
Deshaun
people?
Watson face on the Heisman trophy, then it was me. I'm guilty. I'm fessing up to it now.
If you put a Deshaun Watson sticker on the Heisman trophy, do you know I don't know what they would do to you.
I'd punch myself.
I'll
punish myself.
Here's the thing. Somebody would do something to you.
No, I know.
At this school.
I'm going to buy, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy electric nipple clamps, and I'm going to put them on, and then I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to shock myself on the way out.
You're acting like it's voluntary. Listen, you would be waterboarded.
I know.
For that.
I waterboard myself.
And you wouldn't be allowed to be on social media anymore. You wouldn't be allowed to be at the University of Louisville ever again.
I know. I know.
Like, you'd be lucky if you survived, like actually physically lived through that.
I'll gladly accept my fate. You can't lose Deshaun Watson. All jokes aside, I'm going extreme there, but yeah, that would suck if he just come in and beat you.
The one that scares, I know you said you thought they'd get him easy, but the Patriots. I mean, whenever the Patriots play somebody twice, like they almost like
I wouldn't die from if the Patriots beat you.
Yeah, but the thing was when the Patriots played. And don't get me wrong, this is a bunch of Patriots fans telling me this.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to the Ravens tonight because Belichick doesn't pull out his full playbook during the regular season against a team. And he's going to read them out, and then he's going to change it up before they play in the playoffs.
He just was able to record the sidelines for the first Baltimore game.
Yeah.
Now he has all his tape.
Yep.
Yeah, they're tough to beat, man. When you get them now, you're starting to see why. You're like, oh, that's why they're so tough to beat when you play them a second time.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, so that's fair. But they would get them in Baltimore again. You know, I mean, does that matter for Brady? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk all this crap, and Brady just.
I know.
He's just going to win.
I know. And here's
the
thing:
the Patriots are still cheating. You think they're still filming sidelines this past weekend?
Yes. They're like, what are you going to do? I mean,
you've showed that you're not going to do anything.
You know what happened the last time Goodell punished us? You want to
Super Bowl?
He handed them the Lombardi Trophy a few months later. Like,
and it wasn't awkward.
Who would you want to see him play? Pick your perfect Super Bowl real quick, too. Like for you now, not like the best matchup for Lamar, but just like. I mean, there's an easy answer here.
Baltimore.
But I mean, I'm just
Baltimore. Who do I like? Cowboys?
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys are the easy answer. No, I'm kidding. The Saints would be the easy answer, I think. Teddy and Lamar in the Super Bowl would be awesome.
See, you're not going to see Teddy, though.
Yeah, but no, I injured Drew Brees in the NFC title game. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Of course, the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys playing the Super Bowl, it's going to be the highest-rated Super Bowl, and you can be like, you stupid idiot, Steven. And you know it would be the highest-rated Super Bowl in years if the Cowboys make Super Bowl. But, no, I don't know, man. I'd like to see Teddy. I'd like to see Teddy in there. Because Teddy's been such an integral part of this team this year, and he started games that even if he doesn't play, Lamar either outduels Drew Brees or Teddy is Teddy Bridgewater in a year had to keep him afloat, wins a Super Bowl ring. I mean, like that would just be a Super Bowl you could just kick your feet up and watch. I still think everybody would pull for Lamar, but man, that would be an easy way to watch him lose, man. Teddy riding his bike with his Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be awesome.
I wouldn't mind watching Lamar lose to Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Or Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree.
Garoppolo would hurt.
Yeah, even Russell Wilson.
Would sting.
Theoretically, if in your scenario, if Brees were to go down and Bridgewater were to take over,
Aaron Rodgers either.
we
taking
could have
Brees
a
out.
Teddy Bridgewater, Lamar Jackson Super Bowl.
No, you can never top that.
If the Baltimore Ravens
can
and the
never
New
top
Orleans Saints met up in the Super Bowl with Teddy being the quarterback.
Like if Brees went down and it was Teddy versus
Lamar. You know what's
Lamar.
funny about that? You know what's really funny about that?
I hate even saying that.
That would separate this fan base.
Yeah.
Isn't that
No,
unreal?
it would be the greatest. Yeah, it would be the greatest if you had them two facing each other starting in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that would be the only thing that stops this Baltimore bandwagon.
It would shut radio down for a week. It would be like, okay, Teddy or Lamar. We're gonna do Lamar Day today. We're gonna do Teddy Day on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we're gonna fight it out. That's how that would be our week that week. Even with Louisville basketball would be number one. We'd be like, look, here's the deal. Right now, this is Lamar Day. All things Lamar on Monday.
We got North Carolina tomorrow. And we're like
all things Teddy on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we're gonna fight it out.
But realistically, this is something that even if it doesn't happen this year, because Breeze doesn't get